Manifestation.
Hello.
Hey, how's everyone doing out there?
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Manifestation
Destination.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Manifestation Destination Pod. And once again, guys, we are still working on your phone calls, and we are so appreciative of the other phone calls that have now come
overwhelming.
through.
But we are very grateful.
We're extremely grateful
Thank you.
To hear from you, and we want to hear from more of you. So why don't you go ahead and give us a call at 305-985-3378. Yes, guys, we'd love to hear from you, and we are happy to have heard from you. So
yes, thank you for the ones that reached out.
Love it. And welcome to the show, episode 25, guys. 25,
We've been
25.
doing really, really good.
This is really cool. You know, we talk a lot about, self-discipline and all these other things. And this is such an excellent form of discipline for us to have done this 25 weeks in a row.
And it does help me and Kyle a lot.
It does.
It transforms us. It opens us up, enlightens us. It teaches us things.
Yeah, it kind of forces you to explore and wake up, right?
Yeah.
So
to see that there's different avenues.
Yeah.
Within yourself, within the outer self.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think it has been extremely helpful, and hopefully it has been helpful for some of you guys out there.
Yes, definitely.
Anyhow, as I said, welcome to the show.
Yes.
We're happy to have you. Happy to have you clicking on our podcast and taking the time to listen to us.
Thank you so much, guys. We really do appreciate it. We don't do this for just to do it. We do this because we are working on our self-growth, our enlightenment, and we want to just try to see if maybe as we're learning we could teach you and take you on this journey, because why not,
Yes.
Okay.
So how was your week, Olivia?
Oh, yes. So, my week is still continuing from last, to where I am still relaxing. My spirit guides are asking me to relax. I'm so sorry. Until I receive whatever is coming to me, I guess I'm supposed to just take it easy. I'm not supposed to care what anybody thinks. I'm supposed to sleep as much as I want, get up when I want, move around when I want, not restrict myself to any schedule. I'm supposed to be just free, open-minded to what's coming, and I'm pretty sure that they want me to relax so much, because when all of my abundance and stuff comes in, I'm going to be so active, I'm not going to have time
you got
to
a lot
rest.
coming up,
Right?
Yeah.
It's going to be like back in the day when I used to go to work all the time.
I agree.
Right? Yeah. So I'm taking the opportunity to rest. Why not? I mean, rest we all need.
Yeah, well, I think that's great.
I
think that's normal. I think that's
good
time. When people say take time to yourself, I know some of you out there have regular jobs, and it's harder to take as much time as you might need.
Correct.
For those that are able to take time freely, there's no time limit on how much time you're taking for yourself. You know what I mean? Whether it's a week, 2 weeks, and whatever you're doing with your time, it's really nobody's business. And don't let anybody pressure you out of aligning yourself, because people will pressure you out of alignment to do,
They're
whatever.
jealous that they can't do it. So they're going to portray themselves, well, it's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. You're not supposed to sleep this much. You are. Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
your soul has been through a lot, especially.
And it needs time to heal and repair
and recharge,
regenerate.
regenerate.
Recharge is the word I was
especially if you're one of those people that have been at work, like 24/7, like you're a nurse, and you used to do that. Now you're not. You don't do that now. Take that time that spirit gave you, because there's a reason you don't have that same job, that same work, schedule. It's probably so you could take that time, to rest and recuperate yourself.
Yeah, and the vacation times and things like that. That's kind of the point. Is because you're supposed to. Normal people, everybody, PSA, are supposed to have time to rest and recharge. And when I said, those who don't have full-time jobs and whatnot, and have time to take as much time as they need, to those that do have full-time jobs,
and Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say to those that don't have the time to have all of the time they want, they can always ask for it. And then, who knows, Spirit is gonna grant it to you when it's that time. But you gotta start asking for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you will get it. If you want it, you will get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ask for the time needed.
I agree. And use your time. If you have time that you have available, sick time, vacation time, whatever it is.
It's not worth it. Any kind of perks you have, take it.
Whatever perks that you have, whatever PTO time that you have available, use it.
Yep.
Don't be a fool. Don't be silly. Don't think that there's other things that need to come first.
Right,
you got to take your time.
Yes.
And outside of that, taking time to rest after work, after you've worked all day.
Definitely. Don't always feel like you have to go entertain someone because they want you around. No, do you? Do not force the situation.
Correct. And I was going to say, I do encourage you not to, of course, go down the slippery slope of getting in the habit of working and then sleeping, working, and then sleeping, because then it turns into like a depression thing. It turns into excuse me.
Yeah, when you're overworking,
then you kind of shut yourself in, and that's not healthy.
You have to keep a balance.
You do have to keep a balance. Yes, you need to take time to rest and whatnot, but you also do need to take time.
That's how we always talk about balancing yourself.
These are balances. Everything in life is about balance, and we all deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve to be pampering yourself.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. But how was your week?
My week was okay. I too have been resting in my own way, not actually laying down and that resting, because I've done plenty of that. But in the sense that it was just kind of a chill week. I literally just worked out. So I ran every day this past week. I have been continuing with my diet. I feel great from dieting.
That's good.
So that's good.
No, it is. It's really good.
And I've just been working to, catch up on some bills, pay off some credit cards and things before we go to...
little chill. Yeah, because we're going to where?
We're going to New York next month, and less than a month at this point, guys. I mean, we're literally leaving in 2 weeks.
I'm super excited because it's been a few years since I've seen New York, and we're going to a show.
Yeah.
And I'm with this guy. Why not?
I'm so excited.
Why not? I'm stupid excited. We already
crazy?
Got everything planned. We already got flight and everything.
Yes, and we will still be recording because we're leaving on a Friday, so we will record on Thursday, and I will make sure everything is uploaded and scheduled.
But regardless of what, we're going to New York. So yeah.
Yes, we are.
Just saying, though.
I'm super excited.
Me too, especially now that we already finalized our airline tickets and our hotels and stuff. So,
so
we're all in it now. New York, here I come.
Yes, here we come.
Yeah, and I'm bringing Kyle. No, I'm joking. Go ahead. Well, Kyle's bringing me, however.
We're going together. How about that?
Yeah.
Bam. So. Yeah, I've just been working out and dieting. Really just kind of doing a lot of... You have, yeah.
Yeah, at the gym, right? At the building, yeah. I need to, really, blah, blah, blah.
So, I really haven't been doing much of anything. That's it. I've been...
so we're just both working on our adventures, then?
Yeah, just focusing on
letting Spirit
the
guide
vacation next week. Or next month.
I think me and Kyle both have been working on our inner self.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what me and him has been working on. Rather than staying occupied with going out and having festivities, which we love to do.
We do.
I think that Spirit has me and him grounding right now.
Yes, I do.
think they have us in hermit mode right now. I think we're crawling out of it now that we actually understand, as in the last episode, of what we're trying to transition from, what is holding us back, our triggers, our controlling ways, our selfish ways.
Yeah, I want this transformation a lot for me, and I know you can only do so much in a year, but I really want
I'm anxious. I'm a spoiled brat. I'm anxious. You know that. I'm anxious. Yeah.
She's always anxious, guys.
So anxious.
All the time. Me too, though.
Yeah. But I know I'm working on my patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to punch somebody yesterday. I'm sorry.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I really did. That's the emotions that I had yesterday. I had to really take deep breaths and really acknowledge and let myself know that whatever you are feeling, it is not yours. Like, let it go.
Yeah,
this is not my feeling. This is not my feeling.
Worth,
yeah. Everything is okay. I keep repeating everything is okay with deep breaths and exhales, and because I really was very frustrated for I was absorbing some sort of energy that didn't even I don't even think it belonged to me. Yeah.
That I've also been that's been a big focus of mine too, because a lot of times, we get caught up in this newer age of express yourself, right? Express your feelings, let people know how you feel.
Yeah.
But for me personally, it's something that I see is that sometimes we get too expressive with our feelings.
Yeah.
It's okay to let people know how you feel, but it's how you let them know how you feel.
Correct, yeah.
Type of thing. And it's the same thing in how you talk to people, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I know that when I'm frustrated with someone or I'm feeling some sort of energy, and I start, because, I'm a human being, and there's times like I'll hear someone talking in my head, I'm like, why is this person talking right now? Like, I don't want you to talk, right?
Right, yeah.
And there's times where, in the past, where I would just kind of express that, because I thought maybe it was what I needed to do. I need to let this person know, why are you talking? Like, show a little attitude to push them away, to get them to stop talking, right? And now I'm like, realizing that even if I'm feeling that way or whatever that is, that's for me to keep and resolve here, not for them to,
Well, because you're portraying it into a mirrored image, and it's coming right back to us, and that's what we're learning, and that's what we're coping with, and the reason my behavior was the way it was just is because things kept coming at me, challenges. I keep getting these challenges, and I feel as if I'm always at a standstill. I feel as if I'm not. Like, I'm here and I picked up my foot to take that step, but it's like, no, put that step back down because you didn't finish it. I'm sorry. So do it again.
I feel it.
And now I'm getting frustrated because I'm tired of lifting my foot and thinking that I'm about to put it where it belongs. And my spirit guides, source, God is like, no, child, no. And I'm getting and I'm trying to learn how to express and transmute that into something better, to where I can finally land my foot to where I need it to be.
Into
a better position.
That's how I feel with my moving too fast thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm slowing down. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I really do feel like, but it's not about the slowing down.
Yeah.
It's more than that, right?
Exactly. Yes, it is. It really is. It is. It's about having patience, realizing how it's gonna affect you.
Yeah.
Like, you need to really focus on everything, from your inner self.
Yeah.
How you're going to react. How is it really going to make you feel? Any situation. You getting a nice new home, how is that going to affect you? How is there, how are you going to deal with, like, the people coming, oh my God, how did you do this? Oh my God, and you got this, and so you must have this, and how are you going to handle that? Because it comes with challenges. Everything comes with challenges. So I believe that's what I both had. I'm trying to learn patience, how to be calm, how to just know that it's going to come. Stop being so pushy all the time. I'm pushy, like hurry.
Taking the frustrations of life and every day out on other people and your spirit guides too.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I was punching the shit out of the air, like, oh God, I was mad and angry yesterday. I needed to go to a gym and, like, I don't know, punching bag or something really bad.
Sometimes I think for me it's how, like I said, I always go, well, what am I missing in this situation?
Yeah.
I know one of my big focuses is that I move too fast.
Yeah. And
even in times where I take the time to slow down, the very next transaction, I'm moving too fast again,
Yes.
So then I look and I'm like, okay, well, this time I wasn't moving too fast. So what more is there? There's something more to it that I'm not grasping onto, and I think for me, what it is how am I reacting after I move too fast?
Yes.
What am I doing following the frustration from moving too fast? Am I stomping out, I'm just going to use like an example.
Let's just do it,
leaving my wallet at a grocery store, right?
Yeah.
I leave my wallet, or say I left it at home, because there's been times that's even better.
Yeah.
I leave my wallet at home. Now, am I going to stomp into, first off, am I going to be pissed off in the car? Sure. Am I going to stomp into the grocery store and that nice person that's greeting me, am I going to give them a stank face because I'm irritated and frustrated? Or am I going to breathe? Hi, how you doing?
Yes, yeah.
move along. I can be frustrated as all I want in here, but what am I doing exteriorly?
Exactly.
Especially, again, I'm going to go back to what I say, like with what my career path is. If I ever want to be in any place that's of any public
figure,
like a public figure, or public notoriety, and you're around people, how am I reacting on my bad days to people?
Exactly.
And how am I treating people? Because it's never going to be okay to allow those
What is the
to
outcome?
be unprofessional.
Yeah, how's the outcome going to be? Yeah, how are you actually going to grow and be that person that everybody's attracted to if you are giving them like that Scrooge type of a
vibe? Yeah. I really want to work on my personality and my because I always was a good people person.
Yeah, you gotta let that Scrooginess, like, you gotta let that disappear. Like, no more Scrooge.
So that is my manifestation for 30.
Mm-hmm.
I want my next decade not to be filled with this frustration.
And you got
I want my next decade to be filled with more positive connections and more meaningful connections.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that a lot.
So that's why I want to fix myself by the time I get to that decade, so I can be the right person to attract those things.
Very true. And you will get there. Very true. Things. Yeah. Me, I'm working on a different lifestyle too. You know, and I get frustrated because I'm wondering, like, what is stopping me from that? What am I missing? What exactly am I? And you already know what I'm trying to do, but what exactly am I missing? And I think it's just the fact of knowing. It's just patience and just letting it be. Quit pushing on it so hard. I get anxieties because I get mad because it hasn't came yet. Mm-hmm. So they're like, okay, well, we're just going to keep waiting, because the longer you act this way, like with this full of anxiety, the longer you're prolonging it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I'm learning.
That definitely goes along the lines of what we said last week with the law of detachment.
Detachment, yeah.
And, that inspired me to look into more philosophies or more teachings and beliefs. And, there was actually a book, I didn't tell you this, but there was a book. So, I had, when I was 18, I had a boyfriend, and he had this Tao book in the bathroom. He had that, and then he had the astral projection book, which was what I had mentioned before. It's the same person,
Okay.
But I always knew about, like Lao Tzu, forgive me if I say that wrong, and Taoism, which I believe it is Taoism.
It is, I think so.
So I'd always known about that, so I was just kind of curious about what their philosophy was, and something that was sitting on my mind was like flow and like how to just kind of like let things happen. You know what I mean? That's been a big thing. So I kind of searched Taoism and that like analogy, and then this popped up, philosophy of flow.
Which is cute because this is what we've been working on, you know?
Right.
This is what we've been trying to fix, you know?
And that's literally what she just said, is she's like, I'm trying to figure out what is it that I'm missing.
Yeah.
And why, why aren't things happening now? And she said that she just needs to sit back and just kind of let it happen.
Yes.
And relax.
Right.
And go with the flow.
Which
is this philosophy
with
of
the
flow.
knowing. Sit with the now. Mm-hmm. And just know that it's coming. Let it just flow.
Yep.
Flow with it. Stop going against this so much because you're pushing on it. Mm-hmm. You know? Where is it? Where is it? Why isn't it? I'm pushing on it. You know? Like I'm looking for my raft.
Right. Yeah. So it's similar to the same thing as last week, and it's not worrying about the future. Yeah. It's not worrying about the past. It's living in the present, and that's a big thing for me too, is how to live in the moment, because I think that's my problem, is I focus too much on the future and the outcomes and why isn't it happening and when's it going to happen and blah, blah, blah. And I spend so much time doing that I'm not doing anything to make it happen.
Exactly.
And I'm also not just letting it happen and trusting the process.
Yeah, that is true though.
So I came to this, and there was a analogy in there about a butcher, right? The chef with his oxen.
Oh yeah.
And the idea is similar to football players when they're on the field, is that this person had asked how he had used his knife for 19 years, this same knife, and he was like, well, how'd you do that? And he had this analogy about how good chefs and bad chefs, and how one replaces them, and good chefs replace them every year. Bad chefs replace them every month, because one is cutting and the other is hacking, right?
Yes.
And he explained that he had his for 19 years because he's like going with the flow. when you're in this, this philosophy of flow is actually like a place. It's a feeling. It's a moment. It's actually an action. It's a thing that's happening in a moment,
like
right?
Zen.
It's a zen. Thank
Zen.
you. That's it.
Right? Is that how you say
is.
it? Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
So philosophy of flow essentially is like Taoism. To me, it interprets as Zen.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a state of peace and you're just in the moment. You don't have to think, because everything is just happening so effortlessly. So this guy had used this same knife for 19 years, and he explained that when he is in the zone, at first he would replace him so often, right?
Yes, very, yeah.
And then he said that once he started to really just, so he's like one with the meat, and he could effortlessly use this knife to cut this meat
let's
all
say
the
like
time
this,
and not
okay?
hit the bones or the tendons to dull it down.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's say like this, okay? I'm gonna try to see if I can explain what you're saying.
Well, yeah, because I was gonna use my own, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out what you just told me.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, you're telling me that the analogy is like this. Okay. There's you, Kyle. Okay.
Yep.
And then like there's the other version of the Kyle. Okay. I am personally always changing the way I'm communicating with this version of this Kyle, like the just like the normal Kyle here, like, and I'm changing the way I'm interacting with him because maybe I'm trying to figure out who he really is. So I feel like as if the more I change my personality, my coming at him, the way I approach him, I felt as if I will figure out who he is, instead of rather than just being only me, rather than all of these different things, and connecting with his inner self that never changes. And then I have a real connection with the inner self, so I don't have to see the outer self. Or, I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
Made sense.
It made sense to me. I don't know if everyone speaks Olivia, though. But it did make sense to me.
Does that make sense?
It comes back to ego.
Yeah.
So like you said, the inner Kyle is like, is whatever, in the moment, right?
Yeah.
And then the outer Kyle is the one that when you're doing something aimlessly and you're off in outer space, or you're focused about something else, or you're worried about, that's the ego talking, right? And the ego is disconnecting you from the moment of flow, because the ego is worried about everything else, but you yourself are only right here in this present moment in time.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's like, as long as you can learn how to connect those two. I'm a very visual person, so when I say things, I see things like
Picture
but when you connect those two, the mind and the spirit, however you want to put it,
mind and spirit,
it allows you to be in a state of flow, in a state of effortless, like action.
Ease.
Ease, yes. Very
the way
zen.
you turn your faucet on and that water just purely comes out with no hesitation, nice, beautiful waves of water. It's the same.
It's very effortless. Yeah, that's
effortless.
flawless.
Flawless.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say that when I worked at a burger place, I won't say where.
It's fine. We don't care.
People would watch me on the grill cooking up these burgers, and there were times where I knew how to check into my zone, right?
Yeah.
Because I already knew how to do the job, right? I knew what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And when there's a lot, like you have a whole grill filled with burgers, and you have a whole screen full, and it's busy.
Yeah.
You just have to check into that zone, and
because you get overwhelmed.
I really felt with that, So I wouldn't worry about what's up here. I wouldn't worry about what's over there. I just knew that I had to keep making my burgers, and I'd stay in my zone.
Yeah.
And the customers would say, like, "Man, you're like a robot over there. Like the effortless flow, like you're literally moving
in the motion." Yeah.
And I knew it was just because, if I would focus on what's happening, which I would sometimes I get nervous because too many people watching me or whatever the case may be. That's when my ego would get involved. And I'd start thinking, right? And I literally would start dropping burgers, or they'd fly across the grill, just making mistakes, dropping things as I'm walking over because I let my ego. But if I don't, it's flow. I don't even have to think about it.
Exactly,
I can just do what I got to do. I'm in my zone, and I'm having a great time. So I really felt with that analogy of the guy with the oxtail or a football player in the field. When they're moving, they were talking about this moment, it almost as if time slows down, right? They were talking about, right?
Okay, what?
So that's the football players were talking about, like, when you're on the field, it's almost as if time slows down, and you already see the next play that's happening, and you already know where that ball's going to go, and you already...
Yes.
So we were talking about...
Yes,
like,
that's wonderful to talk about.
About things like that, wherever you feel like... Because I have those moments sometimes where, like, something falls and you go to catch it, and it really does feel like time slows down.
Exactly. It feels like you reached under it in a right amount of time.
Yeah. You already knew where it was going to go, and it, So I just really resonated with that, and
I do believe that time is not. I do believe that time is not real. Time is like very, very man-made, to keep everybody under control, to make them feel as if they are restrained to have a certain amount of stuff done, sleeping amount of time, working amount of time, playing amount of time. Get your job in amount of time, do school amount. It's to train everyone. It's to keep everyone in a lockdown, in a line, so that way everyone is always assuming that there isn't enough. There's never enough time for me to do anything. I'm getting, there goes the age. I'm getting older. Time is going by.
Time is my enemy for sure.
Exactly. When you guys need to, think about, what, time isn't relevant. Age is not relevant. Your soul does not carry an age. It really doesn't. Your physical, like your body that you're using, this avatar body. This right here, you are making it, the way it is, by the way you treat it, by the way you talk to it, by the way you love it, self-love, so I
no.
Right? I mean,
I agree. I remember there was something in there that, there was a video we watched, I will try to share it with everyone, but
what in that
there was a part that it was talking about living in the moment.
I would just put the link on there. You guys click it on YouTube.
I'll share the link. Living in the moment, and they were talking about like not worrying about your future, right, and not worrying about the past. And I did mention that earlier, but we wanted to kind of dive into that just a little bit. Yeah,
because they do. So many people say, live in the moment, live in the now. Okay, the past is not even relevant. The future is not even pretty much relevant because it's created, but it's not created. They tell you not to focus on that. However, though, when you are when you're manifesting something, you have to visualize that future. So how can you not visualize it without not living in it, right? Does that make sense? How can I live in the now but visualize the future?
So I think that's why
what I want to know.
And my interpretation of that is that I don't think it's so literal as to not actually worry about your. I think the key word is that it says not to worry about your future. Right?
Oh.
It didn't say like don't think about your future. It said don't worry about your future, which
makes sense.
Because
I didn't think about
especially with manifestation, if you're thinking negatively about your future,
right,
you're passing forward negative manifestations and negative energy to your future.
Right.
And it's so it's like don't worry about the future, because I actually had a different analogy and that just popped in my head just now. Because I was thinking more so of when it says don't worry about don't worry about the future. It's like when you're riding your bike and you're in the middle of a marathon, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that finish line.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Just worry about riding your bike and doing what you got to do now.
Because you will get there.
So that was my initial analogy.
Have faith.
Combine the two if you want to. I believe that side, but I also do think that
you're right. Have
it's
faith that you'll get to the finish line. Yeah, it makes sense. I didn't think about it that way. So when I'm getting ready to envision my future, I'm just envisioning what I'm creating out of love and light, out of what I desire.
And hopefully what you're manifesting for yourself is positive. So.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Right. So you're saying like I can definitely envision this, I'm working on picturing, how I wake up to what I'm waking up to, from what I live to what I'm driving and everything. And as long as I'm at ease and I don't have that, oh my God, if this is really never gonna happen. Oh my God, I'm really just assuming so hard now. I'm living in this dreamland, No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually creating that if I'm at ease and I don't put too much negativity thought into it, right? Just let it be.
Right. Let it be.
Let it be and it'll come.
Let it be.
Yeah, and we will get creative. Huh?
We'll get copyrighted if I start singing this song.
Oh yeah, no, let's take that out. We don't need that.
Cut that.
Okay, cut it. Okay, great. So but yeah, no, it actually makes sense. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I've been envisioning things, I like to envision things a lot. I like to wake up and I like to think about where I'm currently at, you know, what I'll be currently doing, you know.
And then worry a little bit about why you're not.
No, actually, I try not to. I try to like take, and then, you know, I've been meditating more. When I say I relax at home, I mean, yeah, I take my naps and stuff, but I relax. Like, I've been really trying to, like, really clear all of this because it makes me mad. Like, it made me mad to have all of these strong feelings. I told you, Kyle, it was like not allowing me to breathe, you know? Feeling as if, like, nothing is ever going to stop, you know?
Right.
Challenge after challenge after challenge. It just constantly feels like I'm always constantly jumping over something, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's
hurdle.
distracting too. When it comes to self-growth, is we were talking earlier about getting frustrated with our, like, just with anything, like our lessons and what we're trying to figure out, what are we missing, and and I think that's part of the test in these frustrations, again, is how you are going to react, right?
Right. Yes.
So part of that is, are you going to focus on how many other times this has happened?
Yeah.
Are you going to put more of that energy from last time into the
Right.
situation again? And you know what I mean? I think about that too, because
Like, why are you hurting yourself more?
Yeah,
I ask myself
again, I
that
keep
too.
going to the wallet because I just would keep popping in my head. If you forget your wallet once, you're frustrated. If you forget it the second time, you're really pissed off, right? If you even this after the second time, you're so frustrated and you're focused on, man, I already did this one time.
Yeah.
Why am I doing it again?
Yes.
Now you're adding on to the fact that you're already frustrated that you
Yes.
forgot your wallet. It's like, why did you have to bring up last time? You say that in an argument, right? When you're arguing with someone and they bring up the
Yes,
past.
like, God, why
do
you always
have to
gotta bring
that
this up again?
up? Why are you doing that with yourself, right?
Yes,
So
why
why do
beat
you
up
bring up-
yourself?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
beating up yourself.
And I'm very, very
That is good. I like
self-deprecating
that.
in
Yeah,
I love to
wow.
bring up old arguments with myself.
Yeah. Let's
And I
not
think
do
it's a
that.
problem.
You're right, you know? And I guess that's why they say, try to sit alone. The same time you give your employer, the same time you give your kids, the same time you give your neighbors and your friends, give yourself that same time. 15, 20 minutes and breathe,
Mm-hmm.
you know, do some breathing meditation. And let's try to, like, relax and let all of that go.
Yeah,
right?
it's like we always say, and have been saying, because I think it's been really crucial for us, and what we are doing is to check in with yourself.
Yes.
Check in with yourself every moment, and check in with yourself daily.
And
you
know,
have
it's
to
okay.
take some time.
Yeah.
Even if you're sitting on the toilet.
You know, that was so cute. I seen this video.
Sorry.
Yes, even if you're on the toilet, who cares?
Thank you. So that didn't seem like an awkward.
Yeah. You know, I've noticed that people around me, like, there's people around me that have friends that will sit up, like, this girl that I know has a friend, and her friend, they just sit on the phone together, okay? However, they chit-chat. However, they're not, like, it's like they're in the same room without being in the same room.
It's like grade school.
Exactly. That's what they're doing.
I
okay?
miss those friendships sometimes.
Yeah.
I miss the, let's just
Everyone, I
chill
think,
and
should
talk
do that.
or
They
whatever,
should,
you know?
yeah, they should start. If you have a really close friend, put them on the phone and just carry them around, and they'll carry you around. And then, but my real thing is that I really wanted to tell Kyle, there was this video that I saw,
Yeah.
and his daughter, she went home to her mother, and I guess she had all of this feelings and anxiety and just everything she wanted to let out, you know. And instead of her bottling it up to hurt herself, she wanted somebody to listen without no judgment.
Yeah.
This cute mom, and I wish I would save the video, the people, the name, but if it ever comes across, I mean, you should know I'm talking about you. But she put the pillow right here, like she had a pillow. Her daughter was there and the mom was here. And the mom just listened as a confession, like the daughter was just letting it out.
Feel like she was
To feel-
alone,
yeah.
but someone was
Yeah.
listening type vibe.
Yes, yeah.
I
And
love
think,
that.
Yeah, I think everybody should practice that. I think everyone should practice that, and it helps. It helped the daughter. It helps. I mean, I read the comments, and that girl, she said she wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah,
Why
I think
not?
that's great. Yeah, I do.
They
I
go
think
through
that
so many
that's
challenges,
an
these
important
kids.
part of your relationships
Yeah.
with anybody that's close to you
Make your
is
kid
to
feel safe. Give
Yeah.
them a safe zone.
fuck them kids because I ain't got no kids.
Give them a
but
safe zone.
Us kidless, childless people like to selfishly say that. I agree that you should do this for yourself and do this with your friends though. But
You
when it comes
should.
to your frustrations or things that you're wondering why it's not working, what am I missing, blah
Yes.
blah. You need someone in your life to vent those things to without judgment. Maybe just to listen sometimes, you know, and sometimes to also judge you. I mean, sometimes you need that encouragement, but sometimes
sometimes
you just need that person to just listen and not say a word. And I Yeah, I think that's excellent of that.
And then when you find a partner that you can do that with,
yes, that is the goal. Yes.
Oh my God!
We talked about that last week.
God!
You don't want to find someone that when you're frustrated is also hyping you up and getting you more frustrated.
Yes,
you want to find that person that's your confessional, right?
I think I did.
You want to find your confessional.
Somebody let me vent with no judgment, and then the feedback I got was all positive. They even gave me affirmations to say.
Yes,
I promise.
That's great.
You. Wow.
Over here touching the mic. Hi guys.
No, but it is true though. I love this conversation that we had today. This is awesome because we are all still working on that. We are all still working on our growth. We are still working on helping everyone else's growth. And in order for us to move forward and help one another, we have to first start with ourselves. You know, and every time we backtrack, we're always going to backtrack because there's always going to be something, you know, testing your patience. Always. I don't know why, but it's always going to be. And I think it's because it's like, but if you realize, I think the tests become lighter and lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
I think they become lighter.
I think it also has a lot to do with, and you'll notice with your approach to each test.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So it's not necessarily the test is easier.
It's how
you're approaching it and handling it that makes it feel easier.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Because then the more attention you pay to it, the more you're attacking it, the better the situation, the better the outcome it'll be. So, wow, what a great lesson today. Yeah, I needed this today.
I agree. And I did want to close out the show really quick before we officially close out the show with the perspective of the day.
Yes, please enlighten us.
Because I think it has some nice positive affirmations, guys. So if you want to really sit with these words, I will say them now, and you can close your eyes and think about it, or you can head over to our Instagram, and you can check that out at Manifestation Destination Pod. I will share this post, and of course, another shout out to Higher Perspective, because that's where it came from.
Yes,
love and light to you. So here we go. Today, I choose peace. Whatever I do and wherever I go, I will not let the negative energy get to me, my heart, and my mind. I let go of all the frustration and stress that have accumulated over this week, month, year. I don't have the space for the angriness, bitterness, and doubts. I am happy and at peace with my inner self and my surroundings. So it is, and so it shall be. Yes, amen, it is. Amen. I love it. I just think that's a nice positive thought of the day. It's a nice affirmation and a way to connect with your inner peace, because I think ultimately going with the flow is inner peace. Yeah. Bringing your heart and your soul at peace, knowing that you're headed towards the right direction at all times, knowing that you're divinely protected, your guides are always watching, you're always moving you towards which way you need to be. So if you feel like you're falling off track, you're not, because they got you covered. Yes, they do. Okay, so relax and breathe. Everything's going to be A-okay. And yes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Manifestation Destination Pod. If you are watching us on YouTube, I guess you already know where to follow us, but I bet you're watching and not subscribing. So you should really take the time to hit that little subscribe button there, and then jump over to the right and hit that bell notification and make sure it says all, so you know every time we upload a video. Right. Which is every Saturday on YouTube at 8 a.m. And if you want to just listen to the audio, you can head over to your podcasting apps on Fridays at 8 a.m. and check us out there. And as always, the link tree is down in the bio. So if you want to get in touch with us, all of our information is there. And if you would like to, ring hello, leave us a voicemail, because we are overwhelmed with voicemails, but we would love to get more from you. We would love it. We love all of you guys, and we love all of the intention, all of the phone calls, and all the feedback. Yes, and that number is 305-985-3378. You already know it's at the bottom of the screen right now, and now it's gone. Sorry. All right. Don't forget, guys. Make sure you guys follow, like, all that great stuff, that kind of stuff. But for real, you guys, I hope I have the most wonderful upcoming weekend. I'm sending you nothing but love and light and positive vibes. Bye, guys. Manifestation. Destination.
manifestation.